It's week 16 of the NFL, and we've got the Seahawks leader at quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Seahawks and the Commanders just ahead on EA Sports.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It is week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. Walker showing the power. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On play action, they'll throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup,
no chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. To throw is Smith. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. This defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Smith. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Down right around the 25. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 18 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Washington. First and goal at the 5-yard
Smith
line.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. So a little breathing room now. First and 10 at the 17. He'll look to throw. He's got him in, complete. He's to the 15. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 83 yards. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play. Nobody got caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This this one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
Smith's throw caught by Tony. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, Smith. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Washington Commanders first down.
Now it's Smith. Checks this one down to Robinson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Second quarter down from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal, as they've got it as we resume action. Smith's throw into the hands of McLaurin. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
To the air again, Smith. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Kenneth Walker headed back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Street's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll look to throw. This is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football. Because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 2. They run the jet sweep now for Tony. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Smith. That's complete to Tony. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're up and able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. again here with Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Throwing now is Gino. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Gino. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And Smith here, an audible at the line. Gino now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
That's another Washington first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to throw, Smith. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Let me see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Smith. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in right around the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. After the interception, here's Smith. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor to him. And that time, looked well for a solid gain.
And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Gino on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's
touchdown Washington. Dawson Knox, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Escapes the defender. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Smith and Jigba with the grab. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd down and 6 now. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Titans with the lead in the second quarter of play. Justin Fields, 2 touchdown passes thus far. We'll stay in the AFC South as we head over to check on the Jags at home in Jacksonville. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Bryce Young has thrown a touchdown pass. It was the former comeback player of the year, Geno Smith, who was sharp in the first half. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Play action. It's Smith. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You
don't deserve anything for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works? Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's a 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw again. They'll roll him out right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Smith. And he's caught. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. Smith now to throw. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now it's Smith. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing again is Smith. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Taken in at the 11. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Looking to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now at FedEx Field. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Dancing to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Robinson with another carry.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Now Gino. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Robinson, he'll try the left side.
Shoves him aside. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
53 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown Washington. Brian Robinson Jr. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
Ku able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They go play action here on 1st down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That is incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his left.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. And how about that? A gain of 15 there on 4th and 10.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Back to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Steps away to his left. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
George Pickens
from 6 yards away.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd and 10, Smith. His throw incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Smith. That pass caught by McLaurin.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Again, Smith. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Hand off now to Robinson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the give, here's Robinson. And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Commanders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and Washington is going to win the football game.